Okay, this is part 2 of the 2001 Club Car Carry-All Street Legal Conversion Kit. In part 1, we got the wiring harness right here all laid out. Figured out where everything's going. I removed the stock headlights. Figured out what I'm going to have to do to get the new headlights mounted. It's not going to be easy peasy basically. There is going to be a little bit of work. Probably have to end up gluing them in. The wiring harness is all in place right here by the battery. This is the standalone positive and negative and a fuse. I also have the lines going to the back for the taillights. Turn signal stock is in place. It's not fully wired in yet. I'm still doing a little bit more wiring back in here. There's a module and the horn that need to be installed for this kit. The module is sitting behind me. This here is the harness coming off the steering column. This plug here connects into the main harness. This connector here plugs into the module. And these two little connections here go to the hazard lights. On my other golf cart, I had the hazard light switch basically right where my fuel gauge is. On this one here, it's going to be located in the secondary panel on the left. I'm getting rid of the left side glove box. On all the golf carts I've had, I've always gotten rid of the left side glove box. That's where I put the radios. The big club car I had, that's where my switches were for the roof lights. The way that the guy originally had it was pretty janky. Everything came on with one switch. I changed it to everything coming on with individual switches. If you want to see what that looked like, there is videos on my channel of that golf cart. So here there will be a voltage gauge, the radio, and the switch for the hazard lights. I'm using a standard radio, but it's a narrow. It's a not a full depth radio with the waterproof cover. The radio will not be installed yet. I gotta get the piece cut out for that and get that done at a later date. But it will be done soon. But I'm hoping by the end of today, or end of this video cycle, which will hopefully be done today, I will have everything all in place and everything will be tested. So, like I said, with this harness, like I said in yesterday's video, in part 1 I should say, it's plug and play. It's very easy. Really, you can't go wrong on this. Even the Molex connectors are grooved, so you can only plug them in one way. So pretty much anyone could do this, and it's very simple to do. So stay tuned. Okay, this is going to be the first test of the modified harness. This is the wiring I put in that does come off the original harness on the club car here. As you can see, the radio head unit is in place. I don't have the battery connected yet. Got the antenna. I also have my little voltage gauge right here, ready to go. So I'll hook up the battery and we'll see what happens. No blowing fuses. Okay, we are reading 12.9 volts, or sorry, 12.8 volts. And let's see, since that's working, there we go, welcome. FM1 87.5, and we got static. FM2, 3, something on AM. Mute. This one's actually way better than the head unit I put in the other golf cart. Aux in. Let's shut it off and reset that. See, it's off. Yep, it did. There we go. Nope, it's still on aux in. There we go. Just want to see if we'll be able to pick up something. Oh, there we go. There we go. Shut it off before any potential copyright strikes. But hey, it worked, and I believe it was coming out both speakers. I will do some more testing off camera, and everything. If everything's good, this will all go back into place. I gotta get all the wiring tied up in front before I can put the dash back in place, but that is next as well. And get the steering column wiring in, and I gotta get the hazard lights into this area as well. So there we go. Stage 1 of the wiring, the modified side, is complete. Okay, new harness is now connected. I might end up needing a new battery. My negative might not hold out. Hopefully it does. That's one disadvantage of side post batteries. I know a lot of people have others, but let's see what happens. Got the horn. The horn is actually the only thing connected. One minute. Yeah, turn signals won't do anything. I'm gonna have to connect up a set of lights just to verify that the turn signals work. Okay, just temporarily connected up the right light. Let's see what happens. There we go. Running lights, headlights, and there we go. It's okay. Everything else should work. Nothing's been cut. I'm going to connect up the 4-way flashers to these wires right here, and we'll see what happens. Unfortunately, the little battery voltage gauge, it broke already. Junk. So already got a new one on order. Okay, just quickly connected up the hazard light switch, and it works. Off, on. Only thing I wish this had is delayed turn signals when the hazard lights are on. So if you have the hazard lights on and you go put the turn signal on, I wish it would eliminate the hazard lights and allow the turn signal to work, which vehicles, as far as I know, do that, but I wish this would kind of do that. But yeah, actually there's no click, 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 click. The old one does that, which is kind of nice. That's kind of annoying. But there we go. Slow but steady progress. Okay, got the headlights in. I actually glued them in place. The mounting hardware that comes with the headlights doesn't really work, I don't think. The way the original ones were mounted was the best. They actually had spring clips on them. That's why I was going to attempt to save the original bezels, but the new LED bulbs and primarily the turn signals would not fit in there. So I used black RTV. It actually works pretty good for a lot of different things, not just sealing gaskets. So I got them in place. Just gotta let the glue dry. So the cart can't be moved for about 3-4 hours, which is fine. It can stay in here for the night. So next is just the tail lights and the caution light, and it's done. I gotta put the front end back together, but that's reasonably easy. Okay, as you can see, tail lights are in place. The headlights are all done, like I showed in the previous clip. Everything is working. All the wiring is tied back away from anything that's hot and or moves. Everything in the front end's done. I don't know if I had the dashboard back together in the previous clip or not, but it's all back together. The rear tail lights, unfortunately, right whenever I was about to use my jigsaw, it broke. So I ended up actually using the grinder to cut out the plastic. Luckily, this did have indentations where the where the tail lights should go. So we're good on that. I found out this actually has a tongue weight of 150 pounds, so 150 pound tongue weight trailer can be pulled by this golf cart. So I think that would average out to about 300 or 400 pound trailer, give or take. If anyone knows exactly, just let me know. But I don't plan on putting trailer lights on this at the moment. I can do it in the future. This one's actually a lot easier to get into where the wiring is than the last one was. So it wouldn't be too difficult of a job to actually do on this golf cart. So everything important's done. It's all good to drive now once the glue does set up. The horn is done. Turn signals all work. See, when it's on, I guess this would be the high beams, it does interrupt with the turn signals. So it allows the turn signals to work. But let's check something else out. Okay, I just put the hazard light switch in. As you can see, the hazard lights are flicking, even though it is in high beam, as you can see. But if you go to do a turn signal, everything still goes. But if you do a turn signal and you turn off the hazard lights, it works. So that's what I mean by I wish it would interrupt the hazards when you put the turn signal on when the hazards are on. Sometimes it actually isn't a bad feature to have. I have wanted that feature, and it would be nice to have it, but it just doesn't have it, and it's not something I know necessarily which wires to tap into to install, so I'm not going to worry about it. But I guess the kit side is done. The accessory wiring is pretty well done. I'm just in the process of working on the blinking light. I've cut down the bracket for it right here. This used to be round, so I got to do a little bit more on the left and right sides to make it go something like that. So clean that up a little bit more at a later date, most likely tomorrow. Get the light put in. But like I said, I will be making it taller, so I'll just leave some slack of wire in there to raise it up to its highest point, and we should be good. So, golf carts, they call this the Street Legal Kit, is now complete, and we'll go from there. We'll see how the glue holds up, and everything should actually work out on this. So I'll talk to you later. Please keep it redneck like always, and please subscribe and comment, and hopefully this video series did help out somebody.